You trust your router. It powers your devices, connects your family, and keeps your digital life humming. But what if I told you it could also be your biggest cybersecurity risk? Routers are the easiest way into everything. Your emails, your bank logins, your smart TVs, even your baby monitor. Let's walk through the warning signs that your router has been hacked, how to fix it, and the key steps to lock it down before it's too late. First, we'll list the red flags that indicate your router was hacked. Number 1. Your internet is dragging. Not just buffering a little. We're talking about pages taking forever to load, videos freezing constantly, and even simple apps refusing to connect. Sure, it could be your service provider, but if it happens across every device, and your neighbor isn't having the same issue, it's time to look at your router. Second, you can't log into your router settings. Maybe you forgot the password, or maybe you never changed the default login credentials at all. But if you go to log in and find that your usual password suddenly doesn't work, there's a strong chance someone else is already in control and they've locked you out. Third, unfamiliar software or apps keep appearing. Ever typed in a familiar web address and ended up on a completely different site? Maybe something in another language, or worse, a site trying to sell you something shady. That's called an HTTP redirect. Hackers use it to hijack your web traffic, and it's a clear sign your router's been compromised. Fourth, strange devices on your network. Most routers will show you a list of connected devices. If you don't recognize one, you may have an intruder. And it's not just slowing you down. That device could be used to steal data or launch attacks from your IP address. Fifth, ransomware pop-ups or fake antivirus alerts. Picture this. You're working on your laptop and suddenly a full-screen warning says your files will be deleted unless you send Bitcoin to some sketchy address. This isn't just a scare tactic. If your router is infected, ransomware can spread to every connected device. Sixth, browser hijacking. If all your searches suddenly reroute you to unfamiliar websites, no matter what browser you use, you're likely dealing with DNS hijacking. It's a hacker trick that forces your traffic through malicious servers, putting your sensitive information at risk every time you type. And finally, the most unnerving sign, your devices start acting on their own. Cameras turning on without warning, files moving, settings changing. If this happens, you're not being paranoid. A hacker may have installed malware that gives them full control. But there are steps you can take to fix a hacked router. Step 1. Disconnect your router immediately. Power it off. Leave it off for a full minute to make sure any active connections are cut off. Step 2. Perform a factory reset. Most routers have a small reset button on the back. Press and hold it with a paperclip for about 10 seconds. This erases any settings the hacker may have changed. Step 3. Log back into your router using the default IP address. But this time, don't just breeze through the setup. Change the admin username and password. Avoid easy choices like admin123. Use something long with numbers, special characters, and upper and lowercase letters. Next, change the network name. If your Wi-Fi is still called Netgear or Linksys, you're making it easy for hackers to know what model you're using and what vulnerabilities it may have. Use a name that's generic, but not brand-related. Now update your Wi-Fi password. Again, make it strong and unique. You should also create a separate password for guest access. That way, if a visitor's device gets infected, it won't compromise your entire network. While you're in your settings, check for firmware updates. Router manufacturers regularly patch security holes, but you won't benefit unless you install those updates. Some routers allow automatic updates. Turn that on if it's available. Also, turn off remote access. This feature allows someone to configure your router from the outside world, and unless you specifically need that access, it's a gaping security hole. Disable WPS or Wi-Fi protected setup. It may make connecting devices easier, but it's also notoriously easy to hack. You can also take steps to prevent your router from getting hacked. First, install a VPN directly on your router. VPNs encrypt all internet traffic coming in and out of your home. Even if a hacker gets in, they won't see anything useful. ExpressVPN and NordVPN both offer router-level apps, and in some cases, even sell pre-configured routers for plug-and-play security. Install antivirus software on your computers and phones. Don't rely on just one line of defense. Reboot your router regularly. Think of it like changing the locks. Every time you reboot, you force all connections to reset. Any unwanted guests get kicked out. Lastly, make router maintenance a routine. Once a month, log in and check for updates. Review connected devices. Change passwords if anything looks off. Your router is the gateway to your digital life. And in this world, if you don't secure the gate, someone's going to walk right in.